Josh, when students come here to UT and to the Baker School, they're going to see there's this reasonably new entity called the Institute of American Civics. Could you tell us a little bit about what it is and how it fits in with other like institutes around the country?
Certainly. So the Institute was created in 2022 by the state legislature and the governor. The goal behind the Institute was to really address some significant problems we're facing as a nation. One would be a decline in civic knowledge. People just don't know the basic facts about how the American political system is supposed to work. Also, we've seen a decline in civil discourse around the country. Don't have to look too far to find significant evidence of that. And also, in many places, there's just not exposure to enough different ideas. And so part of the idea is to create a robust marketplace of ideas here at the University of Tennessee.
Okay, so I'm a student and I show up and say, I'd like to know more about the founding, about American government, about our institutions, and really I'd like to gain some skills in dealing effectively with other people. And I'd also like to be able to understand viewpoints that I might not have been exposed to before. Is the Institute someplace that I'm going to find a home?
Oh, absolutely. Those things will be really woven into everything that we do here in the Institute. Obviously, we want to provide a solid foundation and just understanding how our system of government was designed to work, maybe where it's not working as effectively as it should be working. We also want students to regularly be exposed to the best arguments on both sides of competing of issues where there's significant competition in our society. And so what you will find is within our courses, you're going to see different perspectives being presented both through the readings and the lectures and class discussions, but we're also holding public events where we're bringing in major figures from around the country who often will engage in respectful but nevertheless spirited disagreement over on some of these issues.
Next year, you'll be teaching a class,
yes,
engaging civically, IAC 101. Mm-hmm. So a student, that would be a natural place, a natural entry point for an incoming student. What could they expect would be covered in that class?
So in that class, you'll be exposed to a range of perspectives on this question of citizenship, hopefully coming out with a fuller understanding of what it means to be a citizen in a constitutional democratic republic like ours. Coming fall, we're going to have on Constitution Day, September 17th, Keith Whittington. He's been a longtime professor at Princeton University, but he's moving to Yale to start a new center at the Yale Law School. And so he will be giving a lecture on the future of constitutional interpretation. In the Baker School, we're hosting other events around the presidential election as well. One on economic policy, disagreements over economic policy, another on foreign policy. And then, of course, in the spring, we're going to be working up some more interesting events and debates as well.
How would you speak to what the takeaways that would be for a student leaving the university after experiencing some of these?
Regardless of what field they go into, if they come through the Institute of American Civics, take some of our courses or participate in the Tocqueville program, attend our lectures and events and debates, I think that they will learn how to engage and interact with people who have different perspectives than their own. What we've increasingly heard from employers, both public and private, is that this seems to be a dying skill, a lost art. And in order for you to rise in an organization, you're going to have to be able to work with a range of people. And so this is going to stand out, we think, to many employers. But of course, we have broader goals. We're trying to do something that's really going to help our country. And we think that students who've come through our program, they're going to be the kinds of citizens that will be community leaders. They'll be able to model, again, these civic virtues so that we can show the public that we don't have to just submit to the rancor and ill will which seems to be permeating so much of our lives now. That there is a better way. It doesn't mean that disagreements aren't going to exist, but we can work through them in healthier ways.